Okay.
So that way it can be a little bit of a tutorial video, which would be cool.
Yeah.
Um, and I guess I just have to be careful not to leak sensitive stuff out the
Oh,
bottom, but it should be pretty easy not to do that. So here's FlightCodeX, and so what we want to do is
okay.
like find a particular area and then go to that area and then define some objects in it, basically.
Yeah.
Um,
So a couple of quick things. Is you can grab the two center bars and move them around if you need to be.
cool.
And what you have on the left is all the stuff that needs to be predefined for scenarios. So that's all your initializations.
Okay.
On the right is your grid for your flowcharts. If you right click, you'll
Cool.
see add action, trigger, monitor. Those
Yep.
are the particular node types. Go ahead and click on an action. Just add a single action because it'll ask you to add one of those anyways. And then back on the left, you'll see down at the lower thing, that's the individual setting for whatever you're selected
Yeah.
on. And this is where you select your node type. So if you, and that's just a drop down there. Make it a start node for right now because that's, if you don't have a start node, it'll start all orphaned nodes.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Um, so the start nodes will, you can have as many start nodes as you want, but if you don't have any start node, it'll do orphan nodes.
Okay, so now I'm jumping a little bit ahead here, but I assume that I can take this and then turn it into some sort of like maybe like edit objects or something, um, or maybe add objects or something. What's the right one for adding things?
So for objects, your panel right above you, under the object drop
Yep,
lockdown, you can add a new object.
awesome.
Click on that object, and it'll give you the path to that object, which will be assets, and those are the
Sweet.
default ones I have. You want to add the OBJ, um, not the textures.
So what is just so I know, what does it look like? What does a 1 meter sphere look like? Is it just like a big old sphere floating?
It's a 1 meter sphere you put in any location. So
Sweet.
um, you could make more objects, but that's a little outside the scope for Flight Codex to be building objects.
Yeah, yeah. What's the easiest way to make an object? Is there like any AI tool you can recommend that can like generate objects quickly?
Meshy. I've had some users use Meshy to do things.
Meshy? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is
Um,
that an AI tool for generating stuff?
yeah.
Oh, that sounds great. So and that's compatible. You just have to export it, or do you have to like put it to Blender first?
You probably got to put it through Blender first. Probably the best person to ask on object stuff is Delta Who.
Yeah, Delta Who?
Yeah.
Yeah, Delaney.
Um, yeah, Delaney.
Sick. And so
Um,
you generate this, you export it, and then you could change it into a format that can run here. Let's add in a since we're recording this, let's add this in the description, like how what the flow is to add objects. Because obviously, I think a lot of people are going to want to add objects to the things. So let's
yes.
definitely make sure to to write that down. But Meshy seems like a great tool. For now, let's do some. I don't know. For now, let's go and do some spheres, I suppose,
Yeah, just
because
add a sphere real quick and
they want to go and see they want to go see some stuff. So I click the object or the R one.
the 1 meter sphere object is the green sphere, the R is the red sphere.
Okay, cool. And so green is a nice spooky color, so let's do green. Um, and then so now we've got objects, and if I wanted to create more of the same object, how do I do that? And then get from
Um,
X. Oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah, so well, let's just add one object right now because right now it is you got to click new object and then copy
Okay.
paste the path. I don't have let me keep that as a note, duplicate object.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Or like or a number of them, or you could probably do that in Blender once we figure out like a good way of being able to do that, right?
Yeah,
Um,
because these are for the X-Plane instance system
yeah,
built in though. So if you
Oh, I
have
see what you're
multiple
saying. Yeah, because it
objects.
has to then it has to have a new instance. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
So, let's go into X-Plane. So we want to figure out where we're going to put it, right? So I guess we'll open up X-Plane now.
yeah, just fire up X-Plane.
So we're firing up X-Plane. I don't know. I'm on the perpetual ignore Kuru because what happens is that the installer also uses WebSockets. Like basically it runs on the same software as X-Plane. And so
Oh,
if you're like um if what you're doing is trying to like do WebSocket based development, then the installer is gonna swallow up the same WebSocket.
oh,
But I prefer to like go and Dan, I think you gave me a demo key and I typed it in. I don't know. That's probably still a demo though, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So if you go up to the plugins menu section.
We don't need to show the world or
No, 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 we'll do that
definitely.
later.
Okay, yeah.
But both in the studio and the uh, plugin folder, you can launch the studio from
Cool.
Xplane.
Of course, ours is already running. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, and then you got load scenario, reload scenario. This will give you, the demos that are, available.
Oh, nice. That's
That
cool.
kind of come included.
Can you
Um,
load those demos into here?
yep, just go ahead and open one up. We can restart this again.
Okay, cool. So it's just into here.
Yeah.
I want to save what we got going on here. This really sophisticated scenario. So this is gonna be um UAS over Atlantic. How about that?
Okay.
And then so we're gonna put this here. And then what we're gonna do is, I guess, do you have to generate it in order for it to show up inside? Um,
Yes.
okay, cool. Sweet. And so I'm gonna get fired up. Um, and yeah, it's not exactly a boat launch aircraft, I suppose. Well, we don't have an F-16 in here, so we'll do an F-14 Tomcat. We will go to location, map not available. Hmm. Oh, because I don't know why. Wonder why that was. Let me see here. I'm going to go do a special start. We're going to do a carrier start. Um, and bow starboard, carrier deck. I'm trying to think cat shot, bow starboard, probably one of these. Although carrier deck might do it. I'm not really sure. Maybe this one. Okay, confirm. And yeah, let's go ahead and start that up and we'll see how it goes. Um, Now, what I'll probably end up doing is hitting the get from X-Plane button, right?
You'll be hitting the Get from X-Plane button. While that's loading, so couple cool things you're gonna do is you can define the aircraft that the scenario will start with and the location it starts at.
Oh, nice.
Um,
So it's not quite a carrier here yet. I think this is a. There we go. There it is. And it's not quite aligned yet, but my guess is it will be here soon. Cool. So we could define the aircraft or whatever right here, right? And is this something we have to set as an action or something like that, or are we?
nope, not for this one. This one will load a X-Plane ACF file. So you just go to aircraft and select the ACF.
Okay, cool. Um,
Um,
Perfect. So yeah, just go into here. Aircraft laminar, and then let me see here. Where do they put it? This is Phantom 4 F-14 Tomcat, and then the particular ACF file. Where do they put the actual ACF fundamentally? Is that
uh,
in?
it usually is in the root of the.
Yeah, I thought it was in the root, but maybe this is just. Oh, here it is. Um, Sometimes hard to find it.
And then you go to
F-14. And this will be UAS Atlantic, although I don't know if we're in the Atlantic here. Uh, we might even be. I have no idea where this is, where this would be. Is this like Washington or something? No, this is somewhere I do not know where it is. Um, but yeah, people should play the GeoGuessr game so they could. Any GeoGuessers out there should let me know. Should let us know. So okay. So I guess we'll go ahead and do a launch, huh?
Yeah.
And then we'll go grab. Uh, I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, okay. Oh no. All right. That didn't go very well. But there we go. Perfect. Might be a
Just,
little might be a little high, but probably
so
just
you can get yourself stable real quick and go ahead and pause it.
cool. All right. So now we'll go ahead and pause. So can we set this as a start then?
Yep, go
Um,
to start parameters.
cool. Step parameters get from X-plane.
Yep.
Perfect. And
And click,
speed, I probably need to set this.
yeah.
Great. And
And
then
and
and
then
then get
from
from X-plane. Maybe we'll unpause, fly for a little bit.
just grab the you can grab the plane from the instructor station.
Oh, what I was gonna say is I'd like to position the object. So
Okay,
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unpause just for a second or two, pause,
yeah.
then hit get from X-plane. Great. So now that should be all good. I'm gonna hit save here real quick. Super cool. Now, now I guess so. So now, what are we gonna? What should we do next? I mean, I think now at this point, if I were to load,
Go ahead
then
and generate it again. You gotta generate it each time.
okay. But the
Yeah.
node, did I lose the position of the object? No, I didn't. And
No,
then
it should go.
here
Yeah,
we're just going to
exactly.
trigger it being visible. Is there a way to set it to be like default invisible?
That default invisible is just leave it at 0, 0.
Okay. But then
Um,
how do we trigger it like to go from being invisible to being visible?
so take your action generic
Yep.
and go to edit object.
I see. So edit object and then
Select the object. So drop down there, and then add that to the node. So you can edit multiple objects at the same time.
by default will it be and then you just move it into position.
Yep. So it takes the initial position from the initialization section, but then you can move it around there. So if you're set to
Sweet.
0, 0 on your start parameters, it'll
I
set
see.
to that when you hit that trigger point.
Awesome. Okay,
Um,
so cool. So what I could do here, so here's the altitude for me, and then I go to the object, and then the object has this starting altitude, six, but we can make it at 100 feet to begin with, and then once it gets here, it'll be at 6,000 feet. Cool.
yep.
Awesome. So we'll save and generate, and then we'll run it.
Yep. You can just generate it. It'll auto save on generate.
Okay, great.
Yep.
And then we'll hit close here. Generation complete. We'll go into plugins, FlightCodeX, load scenario, and
Hit
then,
refresh.
yep.
There
Oh,
it
there
is.
it is. Hey, this is cool. Let's see it. We should have this crazy little object, but we probably have to unpause first, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to unpause, and that object will pop there.
Perfect, because that's the start trigger.
Now let's go back to the scenario
There it
real quick.
is.
Oh, you found
There's that little bugger.
it?
Pretty small little object here. Oh,
You'd
going the wrong way.
be amazed how like small things are.
Yeah, it's a golf ball. We found it.
It's a 1 meter
Uh,
golf ball.
yeah, exactly. And then where's the airplane? Oh yeah. So I can see very easily how that would happen. And then how does it look at night
That's depending on what objects you have, what textures you have on it. I don't
and the
know.
lighting on it?
Yeah.
This is super cool. Yeah, I love this. I'm glad we found it. uh, awesome. Cool. All right. I can do a lot with this. This is really great. And then of course, there's other triggers that we can do, right? So let's figure out the Shirley trigger, real quick, and then it'll be kind of notional, right? So it'll be a command, probably a command, right?
Yeah. So
And,
just
And this is a command that'll be like, I don't know, Shirley slash, uh, I don't know, make it night or something like that.
Yeah.
Or no, this should needs to be the custom one that we support. Or no, that we can put that in directly in the
Oh,
profile. So this should work. And then we'll
yes,
hit
it is.
create.
Yep, create command and then
No
add a.
available triggers of type command. Please add a command
So,
trigger node. Yeah, no problem.
yep,
I got this, Dan.
got this. I
Do I need to
forget.
do I need to wire this in?
No, that one does not get wired in. You need to change
Okay.
the type.
Yep. Into a command
Command.
and then how do I so then I do I go into here or
And then
uh
select the node that that command triggers.
okay, so
So go back to command.
yep.
The your definition.
Oh, this one.
You
Okay.
create command, and then
Uh
select the node.
oh oh because the command is triggering the node, not the other way around.
The
I
command is
got it.
triggering the node. So every time you trigger that
Okay.
command,
No, that makes sense to me because it's
um,
essentially a start and that's why it's not visible here. That makes a ton of sense.
yep.
Um, really cool. Really, really cool. So, so let's just do this because I don't know whether. So we're gonna do an action here. So monitor, that's interesting. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So this will be an action. Obviously, it's gonna take this, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go like I don't know. We'll go do some weird UFO sound or something like that. How about that?
Yep.
So, and then so basically here, let's do this, and then we'll grab this one, and then this will be a sound, and then which sound are we gonna do? So here, this is like actually, this actually, I'm trying to figure out. So please add a sound to the pool. Oh, okay, yeah, makes sense. So new sound. Do you have any sounds by default?
There should be some sounds. See, I think go grab tic-tac-toe assets.
Okay, cool. And then assets, sounds, and then what format is it always wait WAV?
Let's
Yeah,
go
that's it.
again. Switch pilot X is the where.
That sounds great. Um, that's a good vibe for what we're doing here too. So, uh, great. So, I'll just go generate Command G or Control G. Control.
Control G. Yeah.
Okay, so
The,
Command G
the
requests a
back.
short description to be registered. Fair enough.
Oh, yeah.
Shirley can make it nighttime. Great. Control G. And 3 has no active sound. Okay, great. So now we will go and sound settings, active sound, sound 0. Great. And so now what we'll do is, and I guess I got to remember whether or not we've been started on this or not. So we'll go and I'll I'll go start a new flight here with Shirley, and then we'll pick a other aircraft, and then there we go. So here's the data ref, and then I think there's a command ref feature here. So we have missiles armed as the data ref. I'll make it a bit larger for the studio audience. And then this one will be Shirley slash, hopefully this works. Yeah, we'll look it up. So navigation is like, okay, unrecognized key command ref. Okay, we'll have to figure that out. But, um, and it's not possible to do data refs, is it?
Yes, you can make data refs too.
Oh, I can make data refs as well.
Uh-huh.
Can I use it as trigger?
Uh,
Sort of.
sort of. That would be a. Well, we'll get into the triggers in a moment. The
So
monitors.
this one is not the custom one that I wanted to show you, but I guess we got to keep it. We got to keep it moving for the purpose of the if we're gonna make this a video. But um, so let me pull up the actual descriptors here. So github.com/this slash challenge slash let's see here. So let's go into here. Then we can go grab the ones that are public. How do I view only the public ones? Repositories. Yep. Now everybody knows what we got. That's fine. So sim interface is the public one. Schemas, data descriptors. and then let's go ahead and take a look. So we got some pub. So now, oh yeah, these ones are a little old, but let's go take a look at data descriptor, and then we'll figure out like command. We want the explain ones. We'll probably have to figure this out offline since it is a bit hard to scrum through it when everybody's watching
Yeah,
in the studio audience. But
the magic of studio editing too.
we could do the magic of star wipes. We could be able to figure this out. Um, uh, let's see then. Um, yeah, let's do that. So I'll just pause here for 1 second on the share, and then yeah. So explain data refs, explain. Um, and we'll just like star wipe it as we do this. Explain
Oh,
data ref manager, explain platform descriptors, and then we have a command. Yeah, it's just called command. So that's what it is. And we will do that here. And let me unpause the share. So let me resume. And then we'll just call it, this is just called command, or at least it should be. Command ref. Okay, cool. Command and then ref and ref. Cool. So that's all good. Let's see if there's the custom section. Data descriptors has this custom section now. Let's see if this one works. Oh yeah, here's the examples. Oh, we could have just referred to here. But now there's the custom button, right? So let's go ahead and try it because this this would be this would be neat if we can get it working here just together. So we have two different ways to do it. We've got the navigation switch now, and now let's try um, also custom. This is a good editor, so this works, and yeah, we got to go add custom switch data ref. Okay. Command, ref, visibility. I guess we should have made it a little bit more JSON-y, huh? And
hmm.
and readability. Okay, so this is the default one. Visibility, uh, always write a pull by platform. And then explain 12, and then always cool, great. Um, yeah, we don't really need a description. Well, that's probably helpful. So this one would be like fire, I don't know, trigger the sound effect. Great. Cool. So let's go ahead and see if this sort of deal is gonna end up working here. So we got two different ways to test, and then we'll try two different things with Shirley. We'll see if Shirley is willing to pick up on either of them, which would be pretty fun if we can get that working. And do I need to close something here? Maybe we got a duplicate. Let's go take a look. Expected this. We're supposed to close something. So let's go see what's going on. Yeah, maybe this one. And because this one is closed in custom switch and then custom's not closed. Okay, great. And then there, we're gonna turn this into a fully featured. We got to turn this into like a fully featured like basically it needs to read TypeScript as well, so that when we do this, it doesn't have to like go barf on this stuff. But I think we got two different ways to go trigger this. So we've got Surely Make It Night here, and um, I'm pretty sure you don't actually need a data ref here. But let's give it a try. And then yeah, here we go.
do, do we need to load the scenario first before
Yep.
turning Shirley on?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Thanks. Let's go close generations complete. That registration should be occurring. And then let's go into FlightCodeX reload scenario.
Sure.
Great. And then are you still listening? Yeah, this one's still listening. Um, are you? Are you still here? Huh. I don't know if this Shirley's still around. Don't know why. We lost her. We lost one of our Shirleys. Um, cool. And now let's go here and we will hit start flight.
Your
This,
attention, please.
there we go.
Airplane teammate is up. Mic check when. Shirley back in a Cirrus SR.
Well, okay, this is not quite a serious SR-22, and maybe my computer's starting to cry a little bit from everything going on. But we'll go ahead and we'll do this, and then you're probably right. We probably do need to refresh this page because of loading that, and
Yeah.
then and now we'll do yeah, it definitely seems like my computer's starting to cry a little bit here, which is sad. Demo time has elapsed. Oh no. Does that break it on this session or the next session then?
That'll break it on this one because it just shuts down everything with the
Okay, do I just
with
restart
everything.
explain?
You restart explain. If you want to stop recording and throw in the key real quick.
I had a key that I installed during, but let's just do this because we can just finish this up real quick.
Yeah.
Um, I think we'll get through it. I threw the key in the installer. I guess I didn't know whether it was like a technically a demo, um, or not. But yeah, let's go here. We'll do other aircraft. Oh yeah, that's why, because it's technically here a Cirrus
Yeah.
22 turbo. That makes sense. So uh, I guess now it's just going to be a little confused.
Load scenario. Yeah.
Load, we'll hit load. Because now we have to go, it's like halfway this, halfway that. Okay, so here's the trick. If you're trying to get the other aircraft to show up, you just like, and we're going to select all the way through custom and lights. We just delete this, and then we'll click always show profile editor, and then we'll go here to F-14 Tomcat. Bam, there it is. And now explain. Here we go. Um, so now, yeah, it works. So cool. Now we just moved it over. Um, cool. We'll start the flight.
Your attention, please. Airplane teammate is up. Mic check when ready.
And Shirley, can you go? Do you have the ability to set the custom switch?
Sure that I can flip the custom switch for you.
Yeah, you want to flip it for us then?
Switch is flipped.
All right. So we didn't hear it yet. So maybe that means we got to go back into here and like figure out. Maybe we should do something that's a little bit more pronounced also.
Yeah.
So let's go into Studio, which I think also got closed here. And then let's go to File. We'll go to Open. This one. Which one do I click? SimC?
That's Chimpy.
SimP.
I haven't figured out filtering on Mac yet.
Yeah, no worries. And then here we take a look at the command. So it's command 0. What is going on with our commands then? It could be very much a Shirley thing, but it might not be. So Shirley can make it nighttime, and Shirley, we're having a conversation here at the same time. Yeah, we can see Shirley's like standing by while you work on that. That's funny. Um, and so you can see what's going on in the meantime over in Shirley here, and so let's go take a look. So here we go. Shirley, can you go ahead and set that switch again, please?
Oh,
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So Shirley, do it again. Do that switch one more time because it actually worked this time, and we all thought it wasn't going to work. Go ahead, Shirley.
X is the where.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
X is the where.
yep, that's the one. Perfect. Well, that's a good little addenda to our video through another star wipe or Batman wipe. So that definitely works, and we didn't really change anything. It just worked that time. So, okay. Oh wait, here's a container ship. If it's all right, I'm gonna go do a low pass on this container ship because I need to see. I need to see examples. Oh, that's maybe descending a little bit too quickly here. And by default, do you start the aircraft with the gear up, or it's like, oh, nice, there's a little shadow fleet tanker right here. That's great. Um,
So in order to set any configurations, the date when you start playing with the data refs, you can default them to certain settings
oh, okay,
on scenario start. So you got to set the airplane's configuration for each scenario.
yeah, okay,
You have to,
perfect.
yeah, you have to register the data refs that you want to use. Um, Set them. They're both, you can use any X-plane data ref that's in there, any X-plane command, or create your own.
They're not gonna like this. Yeah. Anyway, so all right, let's stop the video and so thanks for the tutorial, Dan. We're gonna post this.
Thank you for giving it a drive.
Yeah, we're gonna post this on the Shirley channel because it's compatible and it's pretty sweet. So yeah. And I think people are going to find the tutorial helpful because, there's a lot of like, there's a lot to it. And so, yeah. In the next video, we'll show how Shirley can engage the missiles on this thing, and yeah, we can put synthetic targets or whatnot. Um, at some point, we'll have to figure out how to add other AI aircraft at specific locations with this, but uh, but yeah, we can figure that out eventually. That can be a later problem. Um,
Yeah.
all right. Over and out. Good flying. All righty.